welcome back to my channel. Today's story is one that sends shivers down my spine even now, more than a century later. This is the story of Jack the Ripper. Now, you might ask, is he a ghost? Well, strictly speaking, no. He is a name. The name given to a brutal killer who stalked the fog-laden streets of London in the poorer district of Whitechapel, where dark secrets festered in the shadows. This individual struck terror into the hearts of the residents. But why? Why does his story continue to captivate us even today? What makes Jack the Ripper more than just a name, but a chilling specter that haunts our collective consciousness? Let's find out. The name, Jack the Ripper, supposedly came from a letter sent to the media, penned by the killer himself. Imagine, if you will, the year 1888. London is shrouded in a thick blanket of fog, and the air itself seems heavy with the stench of poverty and despair. Amidst this grim backdrop, a series of gruesome murders sends shockwaves through the city. 5 women, all of them sex workers, have been found brutally slain, their lives extinguished in the most horrific manner imaginable. Fear grips the populace as the killer remains at large. Then comes a letter, not to the police, but to the press. It reads, "Dear boss, I want to tell you that we shall have peace in our time for good. The game's up." 1888, signed Jack the Ripper. The audacity of it all is astounding. He was taunting the authorities, reveling in the fear he had instilled. In fact, in official files and newspaper articles, he was often referred to as the Whitechapel Murderer or Leather Apron. But to the people living in fear, he was simply the Ripper. The crimes themselves were nothing short of horrifying. As the fog clung to the gaslit streets of London that night, the killer stalked his prey, targeting women who were easy victims, prostitutes trying to survive in the dark alleys of London. With a swiftness that belied his morbid purpose, he approached his victims, slashing their throats open with surgical precision. The women fell, their life essence spilling onto the pavement, mingling with the grime and the fog. But this was just the beginning. In at least 3 of the cases, the killer went further, removing the women's internal organs, displaying a level of anatomical knowledge that shocked the investigators. The killings continued, each one more gruesome than the last, and panic spread like wildfire. Between September and October of 1888, London was a city on edge. Every dark corner was watched. Every fleeting shadow seemed menacing. Letters continued to arrive at police stations and newspaper offices, all bearing gruesome details of the crimes, and some containing anatomical diagrams. One particularly disturbing letter, known as From Hell, was sent to George Lusk, the head of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee. Along with the letter, there was a box which contained half of a human kidney, allegedly from one of the victims. It was as if the killer was mocking the authorities, daring them to stop him. Scotland Yard was on the case, yet the Ripper seemed to be one step ahead. He vanished into the labyrinthine streets of London, leaving behind a legacy of fear and uncertainty. The official Whitechapel murder investigation continued until 1891, but no solid link was ever made between all the killings. But why does the tale of Jack the Ripper resonate with us even today? He is a phantom from history, a ghost in the machine of time. His identity remains a mystery, his face unknown. We may never know who he was, what drove him to commit those heinous acts. The media frenzy surrounding the case, the mystery, the horror of the crimes, all of it combined to create a perfect storm of fear and fascination. It gave rise to a new field of study, Ripperology, which has seen more than 100 theories proposed over the years. The legend of Jack the Ripper refused to die. It lived on in novels, films, plays, documentaries, and countless other works of fiction. He became a symbol of man's inhumanity to woman, a reminder of the darkness that lurks in the human heart. So, when we talk about Jack the Ripper, we are talking about a legend. He is not just a name or an unidentified killer. He's the embodiment of evil, a specter that continues to haunt our collective imagination. And that was all for today's story. Do let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below. And if you liked it, please hit that like button and share it with your friends. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious.